Hello, hello, wherever you are in the world. I am just talking today about the total solar eclipse, which is happening on the 15th if you are anywhere west of Eastern time in the US. So all the way, whatever, Western, it'll be on the 15th. It's going to be on the 16th Eastern time at 12, 16 or 15 a.m. And in UK Irish time, Universal time, it's going to be at 5:16 a.m. So adjust that time to wherever you are in the world. Um, it's a hugely powerful time. So up until now, what have you been doing? Have you set your intentions at the last new moon or after the last new moon? You can still set intentions. You can still do this. The power between now and the full moon, and this one is huge, is really powerful. It's really, helping us build our manifesting, but we need to stay focused on what it is that we want. We need to raise our emotions, raise those feelings, feel as if we've already had what it is that we have put out there to the universe. Now, if you've been following along in this series that I've made, you'll know that I am manifesting something enormous. It's so big, it's way bigger than I've ever, and it's so big I haven't mentioned it to a lot of people because I don't want anybody to bring down my belief. I don't want anybody to scorn it, to laugh at it, to say, how do you think you're going to do that? Because I don't need that at this stage. Sorry, my phone is dinging. I'll just turn it off. It's just reminding me to go live. So I don't want that to bring me down in any negativity. So whatever it is you're focusing on, you can get people that are close to you to help, by all means. People who you know are going to believe in you and who are going to say, yes, you can do this. I've told a few people, and I've even shown some people my video of what I've made because I know they're going to help me. So where are you with that? And this full moon, now it's going to feel intense. So I'm going to talk to you in this video about how to release. Every full moon it brings a big, it is a big kick in the ass. Usually a full moon is intense because the sun and the moon are opposite each other. And our emotions really always with the moon get sort of triggered. So this time the moon is in Scorpio, the sun is in Taurus, but it is an eclipse, and an eclipse makes everything bigger. It's huge. So because the moon is in Scorpio, and Scorpio, I have some notes here I'm going to take down. I'm not, as I've told you before, I'm not an astrologer, but I will say if you want to know more in detail about the lunar things, I'm going to post in the comments here to people that I follow that I think, if you want more details, I'm going to give you just a little. And I'm also going to talk about the meditation that I'm going to do as well for this full moon. So the full moon, my time is going to be Sunday night, Monday morning. Is it? I think it's the 16th. Yeah, so it'll be Monday morning, early Monday morning for my time. The best time to do that releasing intention and clearing is always just beforehand, so that you're not really thrown off course, because this one will be triggering. Now, actually, if you are, let me see, I've got something here. If you are a Virgo, a Taurus, a Cancer, a Scorpion, a Capricorn, or a Pisces, this is going to be especially good for you. Okay, it'll be a bit more challenging for everybody else. I'm in the more challenging group, but I'm going to show you how to deal with the challenges. And really, the challenges will be doubts, disbeliefs, worry. It's going to bring up anywhere that we don't believe or anywhere that we're stuck. Now, Scorpio, it is a water sign, and Scorpio, it's a very sensitive sign. Scorpio feels very, very emotional, and in fact, we had a solar eclipse 2 weeks ago, and the solar eclipse is more about the mind, and the lunar eclipse, which this one is also about our emotions. So it does a huge amount of emotional energy here. So watch out what comes up for you, and don't blame, don't shame, don't you we need to see, we need to look at our emotions, we need to look at the negative, and Scorpio helps us to do that as well. It helps to hmm, it helps to dig. Scorpio likes to go deep and look at the unseen. So Scorpio is about death and rebirth, and it's about sexuality. It's about sort of hidden subjects. It's also about abundance. In fact, it's about an unseen abundance, abundance that might come from somewhere that you didn't expect it, maybe from family or from partners or something like that. But there will be abundance. Now, abundance, of course, what in what area of your life are you lacking abundance? Because we're all lacking in some area. So it may be financial, it may be in love, it may be in physical health, it may be in adventure or travel, it may be in any area of your life. But what we need to look at, where we are lacking, this full moon is going to be superb at purging, at bringing up what we have been afraid to look at, so that we can release it and let it go. I'm going to ask the cards. I'm going to pull a few cards on this at the end, but I'll just go through my notes because I don't want to forget anything. So Scorpio, yes, it's really sensitive. It's really emotional. It is attuned to energy of the unseen, our instinct, our intuition, and it helps us to see. It helps us to look at things that we may not we may not want to look. And when you feel something, when you feel negative about something, we can tend to avoid. This will not allow us to avoid, because there's another transit that's happening that's really going to just make us take action. Um, it's Scorpio is a fixed water sign, so it will allow you to purge, it'll allow you to bring up and release anything that is in your way. So I'm going to make a meditation that's going to be all about this purging. So I'm going to ask you some questions here that you might like to answer in your own time, and bring up some questions, some things that yes, this is what I need to release this full moon. And when I say this is intense, it can be intense worldwide. It can feel, this is a very intense moon, but mostly when we feel that intensity, it's usually because there's something that we are avoiding, something that we don't want to see, something that we are holding on to, an old habit, an old pattern, an old belief that we really need to let go of. And this will allow you to just, go in. Fixed water sign will allow you of Scorpio, will you allow you to purge, to let go, and to move beyond that, because then we're back in that state where we are open and manifesting. So if you set your intentions and your big wishes, or if you haven't and you want to do that, you can go back to my previous video of 2 weeks ago, where I did the intention setting meditation, and that'll really give you a sense of what you want. If you have done it, go back and listen to it again. Listen to it as often as you want, because that meditation brought up, those big emotions and feelings about what you want. At this stage, quite often we start resisting, though. We start, saying, I can never have that, or that's for everybody else, but not me, or, I've never done this before, if it's something big. There can be numerous things that come up, feelings of not being quite enough in some area. So this new full moon will really help to get you focused, because we see, yes, the main transit. My notes are all over the place, and I'm moving from one thing to another. The big transit that's happening is there's a T-square form between the sun and the moon. So the sun and the moon are always opposite each other in a full moon, but a T-square then in that circle is directly squaring both of those, is Saturn. Now, Saturn is the big responsibility planet. So Saturn is going to allow us to have self-discipline, to be able to do the work. It's going to allow us to look at what we don't want to look at, feel the feelings we don't want to feel, analyze them, and then the full moon will be able to allow us to just release it and let go. That's done then. We don't need to go back over that, because Saturn allows us to look at things and take action, rather than running away, putting our head in the sand, ignoring something, not facing something full on. And this is what we really need to do right now. So you know, whatever is coming up might kind of feel dark and difficult. And we've all been through similar things in the last couple of years. And I absolutely believe we are moving into that the new age, that great age, the age of awakening, the age of Aquarius, age of love, the age where we are going to raise and lift our vibrations and our emotions. And I absolutely believe in a really bright future. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that that is happening. Right now we're in that intensity, and things are coming up all over the place. So what we need to do is to look at what's coming up for us and release it. The total lunar eclipse is going to, has the possibility or the power to completely transform anywhere that you're stuck. So do get serious about this. So I have a few questions that you can ask yourself. So look at, what is it that you don't want to let go of? If in order from where you are now to where you want to be, you can ask these questions on your own when you're in a space that you can connect with your heart, when you can really tune in with and connect with your heart. And that just means sit quietly, breathe, close your eyes, have no distractions, and tune into your heart space, into the light and love that's in your heart. And if you've been following me for a while, you know exactly what that is. And if not, there are audios that you can listen to just open up the heart. And I'll leave, if I can find links for those, I'll leave a link for something like that. So tuning into your heart and just knowing what is it I need to let go of. And you will know, you will get this knowingness when you really tune into your heart. And just write that down. Keep a note of these things. What are you resisting? There's something that you're resisting. You might be resisting taking action on something. You might be resisting letting go of something, which is similar to the last question. But what are you resisting? What is the big thing that you feel that you don't want to do? Um, and then just look at, the answers for these might be behind somewhere that you may have been living. Have you been living in fear or anxiety or even anger in those lower vibrations? Is your life, or have you been sucked into looking at or hearing things that bring down your energy? Um, got totally stuck. I haven't been on social media for a long time because I had to take a huge period of time off, because I got so stuck in my own stuff, in what was happening in the outside world and overgiving, that my health really suffered. So I've been on a big purge and letting go for quite a while. So I'm only getting back in, my energy is coming up. But it took a lot for me to be able to look at and know that what I needed to release was looking at the dark, looking at what was going wrong, because I am a truth seeker. I like to look for things. I like to look for, I question everything, but I'm curious. But I got sort of stuck in what was going wrong. So I had to release that. So for you, just ask yourself, where, if any, are you stuck? What are you where are your emotions right now? Are you stuck in fear or anger or worry, or are you in joy? Are you in gratitude for every moment? We all know people. I had the good fortune yesterday to drive for a couple of hours with a good friend of mine who is probably one of the bubbliest, lightest, most positive people. And, that sort of energy of joy and bliss, and good things happen when you're in that state. So then the other question is, have you been stuck looking at the negative rather than the possibilities, which is similar to what I'm just saying. So write down anything that comes to you. Write down anything that you want to let go of before I drop the meditation for the full moon. And I'll drop that either in here, or I'll have a link for it that you can access it and listen to it. I'm not sure whether I'm going to make a video or an audio, but I will do a full moon releasing meditation, which will be just about letting go of all of those, and also connecting back in with your gratitude. And gratitude is a powerful way when you have released and let go of something, to fill yourself back in with higher vibrations, higher emotions. Because when we're living in that place of gratitude and joy and, thanksgiving for something that we already have, we are manifesting more of that. When we're focusing on the obstacles or the blocks or the worries, then that's what we're manifesting. So this whole series is all about getting you back into that sense of where you want to um, focus on something that is, that you want, and not looking at the obstacles, so that you are in alignment with, having your dreams, your goals, your desires come to light. So I'm going to just choose a couple of cards here. I don't think there was anything big. If you want to know anything more about the transits, I have watched several every month, or every week, I'd say. I watch a lot of podcasts from astrologers that I really admire, several of them, and I put things together then before I'm making these audios, because all I want to do is to get people into the vibration of what it is you want. But if you want more detail, you can follow somebody, have a look at either Tanya Gabrielle or Pam Gregory. They would be my two favorites, or anybody else that really resonates with you. I know there are many, many more. So I'm just tuning in to see what card is coming up for the energy of where we are right now. Something has fallen out here. It's just what I've been talking about. I can feel positive when I'm thinking positive. The longer you stay focused upon what it is that you do not want, the greater and the more powerful that thought will become. So the more we focus on something that's negative that's happening, the more energy, the more, intention that will have. But if you are sensitive to your emotions and you tune in, that you are aware of when you're beginning to feel uneasy or not well or not right or not happy, if you tune into that and withdraw your attention from that and put your attention very quickly to something that you do want, then your attention then is moved to that, and that is where your point of focus will be, on something lighter, on something brighter, and that is where our that's where our that attraction focus is, when you're focusing and looking at something good. And it's not, this may feel, that you can't have negative thoughts, that you almost must feel positive. It's not that, because we do need to look at those negative thoughts or negative emotions that are coming up, and that we need to look at releasing them, which this full moon lunar eclipse is going to be powerful for, because when you release them, then you're able to focus your attention back on a higher feeling, a higher vibrational thought, where we are much more powerful and we are moving towards that, that which we are wanting to manifest, as opposed from that which we are not wanting to manifest. So I think that's really important. I am going to drop that meditation before the full moon, before that moment. So have a beautiful, beautiful full moon. If you do notice that you're going off, or that you're feeling uncomfortable, stop and journal and look at what is happening for you, and then be ready to release at the full moon. Also, it might be worth noticing that everybody is going to be in the same soup right now. Everybody's going to feel this lunar eclipse really intensely. So those that you are living with, working with, or surrounded by other people, breathe. Don't get stuck in their stuff, because they're all going to be, in a turmoil. I live with a very, very sensitive boy who's got autism. So he is so sensitive to these emotions that, you know, I know what to expect, and I know where to be extra, extra patient and listen and calm. So just watch where your emotions and your thoughts are going, and where everybody else's are going, and have a blessed and beautiful full moon, because it can be magical when we get these negative emotions, vibrations out of the way. When you are looking at those thoughts, actually, when you are questioning that, always look at the blocks. What the blocks might be when you think of your big, big wish. What do you feel is stopping you from getting that? Because right now can really bring up some thoughts or negativity. This isn't going to work. This is not for me. I'm not going to bother. Any of that. Don't go back. Get excited about it. And if anything comes up that you don't want, write it down, because you'll be able to release that during the meditation, which I will drop here before sometime tomorrow, so that you'll have it before Sunday, Monday, wherever the full moon is for you. Love and light. And if you are watching this on Facebook, go and have a look at my YouTube channel. If you click the subscribe button, I'd be delighted. If you're watching this on YouTube, do press the subscribe button if you haven't already, or share it with anybody, and look out for the next drop. Love and light. Bye for now.